Hello, good people. This is Jason Irvin, aka the Janitor, here bringing you another episode of Wash, Rinse, and Repeat. And I'm here visited and graced once again by my good friend, Sick Kill 17. We are laying things down, fresh off a DEF CON black hat, and making stuff happen. And
what is this news series called?
Yes.
What's this news series
so
called?
we've been discussing, and we have a new series now that we're going to be releasing every week, on Mondays, right? It's going to be called The Big.
You should do the green rainbow.
The bigger picture.
Logo across.
Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, the bigger picture.
And like with the lightning going on.
With the hand.
No, with the stars. Like,
And the more you know.
There you go. The more you know. So the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And the bigger picture is what it's going to be bringing you guys news still that's good for you, stuff that you can relate to, things that are helpful, and things that are going to keep your security IQ high.
All cybersecurity stuff, news, events, things that are on our mind, things we're going to talk about outside of our own Instagram channels, which we have our own Instagram channels.
Mine's coming. My Instagram.
Yours is coming. Mine's there.
Yep.
Ask over Tim,
but you add that
put it down below.
Yeah,
but do your thing. So we got this.
And I have to add one for the janitor.
Yeah, you should. I was close janitor. Yeah, absolutely.
Because he's going.
That way, we can bounce from there. You can hear us there. You can hear us here.
Yep, everywhere.
And so, talk about what happened the previous episode.
So let me explain this. So what had happened was
the trilogy that never was.
What had happened was we had our last video that said back to basics, right? We're working on back to basics.
Yeah.
We recorded literally for an hour. It was fantastic. I mean, just perfect and flawless. But DSLRs have a slight
10-minute.
It's actually about a 10
size.
Yeah, it's
issue,
a size limitation that goes to about.
I totally spaced it.
Yeah, it's about 2 or 3 gigs, which gave us about 10 minutes worth of recording, which actually happened to be our first portion of the segment. It was pretty much perfect 10 minutes.
I wish we would have had like other cameras running or something would have happened, but
it's totally my fault.
But I think
we learned.
Yeah, we created
new.
this kind of format. This segment is 10 minutes or less every week, bite-sized chunks.
That you
don't want to hear us talking for an hour. You don't really want to hear us.
This is true. So we keep with our 10-minute overarching thing. The first thing we want to do was get to the news.
Yes.
So we want to drop some security news for everybody today.
Yeah.
And the first thing had to do with card skimmers. And a card skimmer is something that you may have heard of, you may not, but a lot of people may have run into this as an issue. Going to like ATMs or gas stations, putting in your card. And once you put that card in, you pull it out and you think everything's good, but there's actually a malicious bad actor there that has placed a skimmer on that gas pump, that ATM, wherever you're putting your card in, that has now gotten all of your information from you. And I know that you've actually run into this.
Recently I've been hit by a skimmer because everybody wants to use their card at the gas pump. So because cybersecurity does not equal convenience. No. And that's kind of always been the rub of user errors and so forth. But there are apps out there for Androids, for all you Android users like myself.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody here is iOS. We won't name names. But
we've been going through this.
There's a Bluetooth app that you can get. I have one on mine called Skim Plus. When you roll up to a gas station, before you use your card on the pumps, first off, you honestly should go inside with cash or card and pay inside. But if you don't, you can't. I mean, I'm sitting out the same way. It's 115 degrees outside. Just no. So run this app. It runs out of your Bluetooth on your phone, and it scans the area for Bluetooth signals. And then if it sees a signature of a skimmer, it shows the MAC address, which if you don't know what that is, Google it. And then you can be able to tell the gas station attendant that, hey, you have what could be a skimmer on one of your pumps. Yeah. And this is so cool.
Yep, and now that's the one that Sick Hill uses, and that one is
Skim Plus.
And there's another one that as we were doing research that was found online. It's actually called Blue Tana.
And I'm going to look that one up. Maybe by the next video, I'm going to look that one up.
For sure, and I'll have links in the description below for those things, but I'm sure you can just find them on the Android App Store. All right.
I'm going to glow on this for a little while because I have this.
He's getting a kick out of this. So, moving right along.
Moving along
to the next story has to do with Libre Office.
Yeah.
So, Libre Office is a open source version of the Microsoft Office suite. So, Microsoft Office includes your Word, your Excel, and PowerPoint. The Libre Office allows you to open those types of files without paying for, Office because it's open source.
Yeah.
However, it has run into a few vulnerability issues, and those vulnerabilities have been patched. First of all, they have been patched, but what they were, the way that people could exploit them were by putting malicious Python code into like a Word document or into a Excel or PowerPoint, and it would then run on your machine if you opened up that document that had that malicious code that was on there.
Yeah, and this amazes me, the fact that it's open source, yet somebody still found a vulnerability. But you said it was related to a previous patch, possibly, that may have opened up that exploit.
Exactly. So there was a previous there was a previous patch that they had fixed, and I will have the full description below of what actually happened if you want to know all the super details. But this is another vulnerability that was found within the patches that were previously patched.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's
right. But I want you guys to know, and what we would like for you to do is to make sure that you go to OpenOffice's website and make sure that you update those systems to version 6.3.0. That's the version.
That's the latest version.
Yep, that's the latest version.
And even though, we did say that we're running low on time, but we did say that it came from a previous patch. You should still always patch.
You should.
Your OSs, your apps, your programs, because usually these things will be found out pretty fast, and they'll release another smaller patch with it. So.
Exactly. But it's hard to kind of keep up on those things. Like,
yeah, it is.
Can get
it is
so quickly, back to back.
Though I will say, personally, every week, I just sit there and take an hour, a half hour, update all my computers. If you've seen my office, I have 5 laptops, huge desktop, Windows monitors everywhere. But I just takes time every single week and just type in the search bar. If you're using Windows, I'm going to get Apple's up to talk about in a minute. But type in update and it goes to the update screen, and then you can check and make sure that everything you have is up.
Apple does that a little better for you and automatically updates it.
Look at you.
So in a nice package. But that just make sure that you actually are hitting
always update,
and that's happening.
Always update,
because that could cause issues, vulnerabilities. People sending you malicious documents. There's been a lot of emails going on like that that say, "Hey, your bank needs you to look at this document."
Oh my goodness, we need to do a whole video on phishing alone because that's actually one of the biggest ways breaches do happen.
Sending stuff, and then, like I said, with Libre Office, if that was to be an issue, Python code could be run on your box and compromise it.
Yeah, exactly.
Without you knowing.
Amazing. Right? It's just this is why I love cybersecurity, because there's never a boring moment in cybersecurity.
Stuff's always moving.
Something's always happening.
But with that, what we're doing, we're coming up on that 10-minute segment. But what we want to also do is make sure that we talk about DEF CON and Black Hat. So we're going to break that into a separate video. Go ahead and talk about how things are happening. This guy in his shirt, right? I actually have stickers all over the place. We had a fantastic 2 weeks, basically, man.
And that's going to be a whole video. So that's coming up next, right?
Yep, we're going to take care of that. And hey, we got it lined up. Well, thank y'all for watching The Bigger Picture. And until next week.
Later.
All right, go.